Manchester United are becoming the Kai Havertz of team football.
What is Kai Havertz?
What is Manchester
What is
United?
Man United?
Who are Manchester United? What is Fernandez's position right now? Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Yahoo Footballing Weekly with me, Yahoo columnist Neil Humphreys.
And me, Yahoo editor Keong. And this week we have our guests. No, we don't.
It's just the two of us.
Yeah, just the two of us. It's international week. Everybody's going international. We might be going international too.
We might be.
We might be. So
we might be.
It's international week.
But we're keeping it local because thanks to you wonderful people, we have a wonderful local sponsor in StarHub.
Yeah. And you know, StarHub has doing all sorts of promotions. And they're doing one now with Canadian 2-for-1 pizza. Canadian 2-for-1 pizza. Oh, tell you this wonderful competition. The lucky fans, you can send lucky fans to catch their favorite EPL teams live in UK. Wonderful deal. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So for the month of October, you order the Premier League pizza bundle. That's like Canadian 2-for-1 pizza.
2-for-1.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go. And you stand a chance to win a ticket to, wow, this is the biggest game of them all. Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield on 16th of December.
This is why this is the only podcast in town to watch. Where else are you going to stand a chance to win a ticket to go live to England to watch Liverpool, Manchester United? Anfield, a week before Christmas. Ooh. Fantastic winter fixture.
Yeah, after watching that, you can go and celebrate yourselves in London or wherever.
That is a bloody good deal. So where do they have to go? They have to go to starhub.com.
Here's the website. Just go down to the website. You find out the details.
Eat pizza. Go watch the EPL.
Wonderful.
What more do you want? Yeah. Well, we've been watching the EPL, of course, this weekend. The Titanic, anticlimactic, dull affair between Arsenal and Manchester City.
I fell asleep several times in the second
Seriously,
half.
what a disappointment.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Scrappy match, but hey, 1-0 to Arsenal, it was it was a surprise result. But full credit to Arsenal who stuck in there. Even though Manchester City were without Grealish, without De Bruyne, without Rodri, that's probably the most crucial. That was key. They are still pretty intense, pressing all the way, and still troubling Arsenal early. But once they get a hold of it, that was a very cat and mouse chess game. And then good for him, Gabriel Martinelli, whom I still think is an underrated player. Great player. Every time he comes on for Arsenal looks like a completely different team. Cuts in, hits the ball, luckily took a lucky deflection of Nathan Ake. Went into the net, 1-0. That was like with 5 minutes to go.
Yep.
Good result, crappy game.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think a draw was probably the fair result. A few things. I thought that Declan Rice showed again why he's such a crucial signing for them. They had Rice. City never had Rodri, and arguably that made a difference in midfield. I don't think we can read too much into it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, already people are going overboard. Manchester City will be just fine. They're missing Rodri. Yeah. Grealish is not quite where he needs to be. De Bruyne is still out, and therefore they had to change their game plan.
But this was a mental block for Arsenal for so long.
Since
2015, they couldn't win. They couldn't beat Man City.
No, for Arsenal it's huge. Yeah. I'm just looking at it from City's perspective. Obviously, I don't think they'll get to, they lost 2 games. Rodri was missing in both of them. He's back now. Grealish will get back to full fitness. And the thing about the City-Arsenal game was they had to change the way they played because they didn't have Rodri. So you've got Silva playing in this weird kind of number 6 role. He's not that kind of player. And Haaland, he might as well had a deck chair and get his phone out.
He couldn't... and
play Farm Heroes
support,
or something.
Nothing, he was like anonymous.
Utterly anonymous. They effectively played with 10 men. But with De Bruyne back, with Rodri back, with a fitter Grealish, they need more balls into the box. I hate using cliches, but they do. They need more balls into the box, fed quickly into Haaland.
There was a short period in this first half, they were threatening to score. And then the Arsenal defense was like flapping around. Don't know what the goalkeeper, David Raya.
I'm going to get to him.
I don't know why he is selected over Aaron Ramsdale. Although, give him the benefit of the doubt. He just signed. Maybe in the future he might be better than Ramsdale. But for now, he's almost André Onana light.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. And that's a great point. I wrote about it in my column, which you can probably read somewhere here. We love fads and trends, and the latest one of the last year or so has been playing out from the back. It's all about playing out from the back, which is great if you have the personnel to do it. It's very easy to say, I want Edison and I want Alisson, but they are once in a lifetime, once in a generation goalkeepers. If nothing hasn't been clear in the last few days, it's Onana and Raya are not Edison and are not Alisson.
No, they got them, Arsenal and Man U got them because they can play the ball on the feet. But they missed out that they can't save. They can't save a point blank, reflexive save, crosses, they flap the crosses.
I mean, Onana's already got that great nickname, No Arms Onana. I mean, that's just a nickname of the season. Glorious. I have never seen a goalkeeper use his arms as weirdly as Onana. He flaps like two bits of string in the wind and somehow the ball goes through like the arms are not there. They become invisible. Amazing. And I'm sitting looking at the camera going, how did that happen?
You're a goalkeeper. That's your ball. You can use your hand, you know?
It's like transparent, translucent. How did the ball go through this hard matter? But somehow it did. More than once. Yeah. It's happened against Bayern Munich, Galatasaray. Now it happened against Brentford.
Yes.
You can't keep saying, oh, they're good with their feet. Old school, perhaps, but you've still got to save the shots.
Yeah, you still got to be the
basics. That's overlooked.
Yeah.
Alisson last season apparently saved something like 10 goals for Liverpool, according to the statisticians.
This season has been like one great save every game.
Oh, the save against Newcastle.
Yeah, that one was...
is already one of the saves of the season.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers play with their hands primarily. The foot part is a bonus. Fundamentals first, then you do the frilly stuff after.
You need to be good at both before you can play out from the back. You know?
And I've got real concerns about both of them. I know people have made fun of me on here, and I hold my hands up. I thought Onana was going to be a great signing because of what he did with Inter Milan. I think he had something like 8, 9 clean sheets in about 13 games.
And Raya, he was with Brentford, isn't it?
He's on loan anyway. Yes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and he played very, very well for Brentford as well. So, you know, you thought he could do well in Arsenal, but Arsenal is a weird case. Is that Arteta wanted 2 first-choice goalkeepers, which is weird in a way.
Yep, doesn't work for me.
So Arteta
doesn't work for me. It's never happened at any team I can think of in history. Any of the great teams, and they say, "Oh, you need 4 strikers." It's not the same position.
No.
You have one number 1 and a slightly lesser number 2. Yeah. And the other one, otherwise he goes out on loan and he gets dissatisfied and he moves on. But as always, let us know what you think. Are Manchester City in a slump? Will they bounce back? Arsenal, goalkeepers, what do you think? All your comments too.
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Now, my favourite game of the weekend, by far, was Brighton-Liverpool. 2 teams who don't seem to give a shit about defending or about the fundamentals. It's just who outscores the other. I, as a neutral, loved it.
I like
you probably didn't.
Yes, I like the end of your ending. Is like they just care about scoring, which is somewhat true. Both of them have great front line. I mean, I don't know how Brighton keep on finding young talents from all over the world, and then it just seamlessly fit them into the team, and then they still can produce such great football. It's amazing. Good testament to De Zerbi.
Yeah.
I think great coaching they must have great coaching there before they can do such thing. And Liverpool, I mean, they said this is Liverpool 2.0. Yeah, okay. The front line, I think, is firing on all cylinders. The midfield, okay, you can see that it's an upgrade from last season.
Yeah.
But now the problem is between midfield and defense. They always like some confusion there, and then allow like the first Brighton goal, a poor pass, and then McAllister lost the ball, and then Alisson was out of position. So I mean, much as people say that Liverpool will keep on win more and then they can contend for the title, but this defense thing has to be solved as quickly as possible before they can even think.
Yeah, but there's one key point about the defense, which is I don't care. Well, I love the carnage. Yeah, I love it. You call it, they say it's what, Liverpool 2.0. It's Liverpool 2.2. They score 2, concede 2. Score 2, concede 2. I'm very happy with that.
It's fun to watch.
It's great. You got Szoboszlai going forward, terrific. McAllister, Diaz, I thought did okay. Salah, of course, obviously.
Ryan Gravenberch.
Yeah, looks a good player as well. Yeah. But then Virgil van Dijk always seems to have a mistake in him these days, and Trent is always going to be Trent. So what's not to like? You know, what's not a little bit of calamity? A little bit of calamity.
Typical Liverpool. Yep.
Well, I'm loving it. Long may it continue. Yep. Let's have the rough with the smooth. All right, let's look briefly at some of the strugglers who came good at the weekend. Man U, no, I don't care about that. I'm interested in Chelsea. Chelsea, I thought, were interesting because Raheem Sterling actually played very well. And this was the first time where I thought legitimately their competition for places worked. They showed their depth.
Yeah, I think against Bournemouth, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bournemouth, I don't think it was tough competition, but I think they also went behind. I think Chelsea also went behind. But I think that was the first match, I think, for this season that we feel like, okay, this is a team which has a lot of firepower going forward. If they sort out the team properly, if Pochettino manages to sort the team, I think they can still manage to fight for some of the European places.
But of all those teams, the Man U's, Chelsea's, I think long term Chelsea has the most potential.
I think they're starting to turn the corner. Unlike, I think Manchester United, yes, they won 2-1, 2 last-minute goals, stoppage time goals from Scott McTominay. But that before those 2 goals,
that wasn't. Everyone talks about Fergie time. That wasn't Fergie time. That was just a fluke. It happens. Teams were tired, late goals, and so on. But they got lucky against Wolves. They got lucky in this match. They've been lucky too many times, Manchester United.
It's still worrying. I feel that they still haven't. Eric and Howard say this must be a turning point. I say, really, is the turning point? I don't think yet. No.
Manchester United are becoming the Kai Havertz of team football. What is Manchester United? Who are Manchester United? What is Fernandez's position right now? I don't know. Who is Manchester United's key striker? I don't know. Who's their midfield? Defence, okay, they've got injuries. You accept that. And let's not even start on the goalkeeper. So apart from their goalkeeper, can't save anything and has invisible arms, flappy arms, apart from that, apart from Fernandez in the wrong position, apart from having no recognised striker, apart from playing Scott McTominay when they wanted to sell him,
and they're all right.
Apart from that, they're rubbish. So I don't know where Manchester United go from here.
It's so weird. Suddenly, all the problems just all come to one.
Well, speaking of problems, World Cup.
Yep,
the World Cup 2030. Hosting insanity. 6 countries across 3 continents. What do you think? Go on, you go with it first.
It's amazing. It's like, I mean, okay, they want to celebrate the centenary of the tournament, which is, they started in 1930 in Argentina. So okay, you want to celebrate that kind of event? Fine, I think.
Was it? I thought it was Uruguay. I might be wrong.
Uruguay won by Argentina, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, well, I know Uruguay won it anyway.
Yeah, Uruguay won it. So fine, if you want to celebrate, okay, have one game. Maybe have one game in South America, that's fine. You're already putting the hosting rights in European countries, or European and African countries, and you already want to mix all together. So you had Morocco, you had Portugal and Spain as the outright hosts.
Yep.
Fine, three countries. Spread the wealth. They are close by enough to make it feel like a very concentrated place. And then all the way, you want to put one game. If you want to put one game, it's understandable. But you want to put 3 at 3 different countries: Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina.
Correct.
Already the environmentalists are
and rightly
complaining about carbon footprints and stuff. And that. You got to and worst of all, it's the players, it's the teams themselves. You got to play at the South American countries.
Yep.
Then travel all the way to join in the
different climate, different altitude,
different jet lags or whatever things. It's already madness, really.
It's insane. Yeah. I think. Try not to get angry, but this is genuinely disgusting.
Yeah.
I think FIFA loses all moral authority to talk about carbon emissions, a zero emissions tournament, carbon footprints, they lose all moral authority to talk about any climate related issues again. I don't want to hear about your recycled cups and your carbon carbon saving solar panels. I don't want to hear it. The minute you go to 3 different continents, all your moral authority is lost. And you do it in a year, 2023, which is going to go down as the hottest year since records began. We are breaking climate records monthly, if not weekly. And now you've got FIFA in their obscene greed. And that's the only reason they're doing this. Yeah, it's the only reason they're doing it. It's for financial gain and geopolitical shenanigans behind closed doors. And all of this is for money and to pave the way for Saudi Arabia having the World Cup in 2034. And if anyone pretends otherwise, they're talking absolute crap. That is all this is about. And it's disgusting.
And having 6 hosts means 6 automatic places given to the host for the World Cup. Even though it's a 48-team team, which is already super bloated.
Too big.
But having 6 automatic spots, isn't it unfair for all the other teams, who have to qualify from the things, and then suddenly you just give 6 spots straight away to 6 countries.
It's ridiculous.
I just couldn't wrap my head around this nonsense.
But it's okay because FIFA president Gianni Infantino says, in a divided world, FIFA and football are uniting. If that doesn't make you want to throw up, I don't know what does.
So does he feel Argentinian today? Does he feel Uruguayan that day? Does he feel Paraguayan too?
He feels whoever's got the money. That's who he feels, all right? In a divided world, FIFA tried to make as much money as possible. That's all this is about. And last point, right? Who is this World Cup for? Who wants it? Who is asking for it? Coaches don't want it. Nope. National teams don't want it. Players definitely don't want it. And just in case anyone thought otherwise, scientists don't want it, obviously, for the carbon emissions. And the Football Supporters Europe has said FIFA continues its cycle of destruction against the greatest tournament on earth. It is horrendous for supporters, disregards the environment, and rolls the red carpet out to host the 2034 World Cup in Saudi Arabia. Fans don't want it, players don't want it, teams don't want it, coaches don't want it, scientists don't want it. The only people who want it are the money men.
And my reaction when I first heard about it is like, Singapore's media always said about 1 journalist to the World Cup, and then this journalist is going to travel to 6 countries to cover the event. That this journalist is going to have a hellish coverage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so also sympathies for whoever's got that assignment.
Well, I covered the Euros in Portugal, and that was tough enough. Yeah. One country, I've covered the Euros in France, one country. Brazil, I did the World Cup in Brazil. When Manaus in the north, Belo Horizonte, Sao Paulo, Rio. It was hard work, man. It's 5 weeks.
Yeah, and think about 6 countries.
And my carbon footprint was pretty bad as well. A bit of hypocrisy over here. Yeah. But let us know what you think. Should we be playing the World Cup in 6 different countries? 6 in 3 continents. The answer is no. But let us know what you think. Send all your comments too.
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, and Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
And remember, the Premier League, thank God, is still played in just one country. One country. And if you want to watch it regularly on StarHub, what can you do?
You don't miss out on the Premier League package deals. So if you sign on right now, you still get your 1-year free broadband deal.
Fantastic.
They've been doing it since the start of the season. But now if you want to subscribe right now, you still get this deal. Cool.
Brilliant deal.
Yeah.
Brilliant deal.
Wonderful.
Thanks for watching, folks. As always, we do appreciate your comments. You're always consistent. You're always on the mark. Unlike Onana at Manchester United.
Poor Onana.
No arms, Onana. Well, so on that armless note, we will see you in part 2. We will get stuck into Singapore football. Take care. See you there.
See you.